Welcome to the Arnett Garden Sports Complex, known as Anthony Spalding Sports Complex, Kingston, Jamaica. My name is Christopher Zidane Matthews. I'm your commentator for today. And alongside me, CC is going to do the color commentary. And this is the second of two international football friendly between rivals, the Jamaica senior team, the Reggae Boys, and Trinidad and Tobago, the Soca Warriors. Good evening to you, CC. How are you this evening?
Good evening, Zidane. I'm okay this evening. I'm just feeling high spirits today. So we should get a better game than what we watched or witnessed Thursday night.
Oh, I thought you were going to say we should win. I was going to ask you who, if you play for Jamaica.
No.
You don't know your left foot from your right foot. That's easy. All right, so there's a couple of changes from the starting lineup for both teams. Well, more than a couple. Before we give you the rundown of the starting lineup, we're going to start with the Jamaican, the Reggae Boys. And CC will tell us about the omissions and the players who have come into the starting lineup and his thoughts and why he thinks the coach did that.
All right, so my thoughts in terms of for the Trinidad team,
We'll start with the Reggae Boys. So Maggie's out. Who's in for Maggie?
Maggie has come out tonight, and Romeo Guthrie has came in to replace Tyreek Maggie. As I thought the coach making that substitution would have been Maggie was pedestrian in the first game against Trinidad, and I think the coach saw that when Romeo Guthrie came in, there was a little bit more energy in the middle of the park.
All right, Guthrie, you spoke about energy. That's one thing. He's a player that I know you fancy. You thought he should be in, and you were talking about while he was on the bench in the first game at the Montego Bay Sports Complex, and that we won 1-0, courtesy of a strike from Sula McCullough. What do you think that he will bring to the starting lineup that Tyreek Maggie didn't bring in the first game?
All right, in the first game, I think a lot of the times when Tyreek Maggie got the ball, he wasn't looking forward in terms of progressing the play, and I think Romeo Guthrie will try to progress the play a little bit more than what we saw from Maggie. Romeo Guthrie also has played more than a dozen games in the JPL this season, and is much more sharper and fitter than what Tyreek Maggie had to offer.
All right, so let's see if that could be better. All right. So Christopher Ainsworth is also in the starting lineup. I rated his performance when he came on in that first game highly. It was impressive. No surprise that he's inserted in the starting lineup tonight.
Yes, no surprises that he's been inserted in the starting lineup tonight, because I think Gadiel Irvin, while he seems like a better defender, Christopher Ainsworth to me is a more technical type of player. And going forward, he gave Jamaica a lot more. Irvin would have made a couple mistakes, not beating him as it was his debut, but I think Christopher Ainsworth is the better player, and rightfully the coach have inserted him into this starting lineup tonight.
All right, Warner Brown, the top scorer in the JPL, the Premier League, and he started in Montego Bay as well. He's not in the starting lineup tonight. Do you agree with the coach for taking him out, and who came in for him?
In terms of the coach taking him out, I think the moment Warner Brown seemed a bit nervous, because remember, there was a passage of play where he got the ball when the Trinidad defender slipped and miscontrolled, and he got the ball to take on the keeper one-on-one. Normally in the JPL, he would just turn, run at pace at the keeper and try to take a shot. In that game against Trinidad, he turned back the ball. So I was thinking he wasn't feeling like he was up to the moment. When Chanel Thomas came in, the game changed automatically, and I think the coach saw that as well and decided to go with Chanel Thomas tonight.
Indeed, so Chanel Thomas has scored less goals in the Premier League than Warner Brown, but he was far more impressive. He was lively. Movement off the ball was good. And he's such an excellent player in terms of creating for others because he can play off the striker as well. So no surprise also that Chanel Thomas is in the starting lineup. So let's move now to the Trinidad and Tobago team. And they were lackluster. I think the Reggae Boys came down to the level of Trinidad. And Trinidad has made several changes. You don't have to break them down going to depth one by one. But your thoughts and overall why the coach has gone wholesale changes for the Trinidad and Tobago team?
I think the coach would have gone wholesale changes as a result of how the Trinidadians were playing in the first game. So they were playing pedestrian-like, and I think there was not a lot of energy. In terms of the coach, the keeper was good, but I think the coach went with the more experienced keeper in Marvin Phillip, who would have played over 90 games for Trinidadians. He starts tonight. He's the captain. As we see, Kevin Molina is not going to play tonight, hasn't started tonight, who is the much more experienced outfield player. So with that being said, they have made 7 changes Marvin Phillip comes in. Jovian Jones comes in. Nathaniel James comes in. Kaim Thomas comes in. John Paul Rochford, Jesse Williams, and Brent Sam comes in. I think Brent Sam, his hold-up play was brilliant when he came in, and I think the coach decided to go through with him in terms of that. But I think Isaiah Lee and Kevin Molina not playing, I think that lacks some amount of goal in terms of the Trinidadians.
All right, so the teams are coming out through the tunnel now, if you want to call it that, here at the Anthony Spalding Sports Complex, Kingston, Jamaica. Jamaica versus Trinidad, game 2 of 2. The first game, Sula McCullough gave us a second half winner there in Montego Bay. So we lead the 2-game series by 1-0, and a draw tonight will be enough to see us getting the bragging rights over Trinidad and Tobago once again. But I'm sure the Reggae boys are thinking positive. They are thinking victory. And the referees are there. And we see the teams are lined up. And we know we have to respect the anthem. So we pause. So we pause for both national anthems. All right, so that's the national anthem for Trinidad and Tobago. Now for the national anthem of Jamaica. All right, so that is it in terms of the national anthems. The teams are meeting each other now, and should be an interesting encounter. Let me just quickly give you a rundown of the Jamaica starting lineup, and it remained the same in terms of goalkeeper and also the captain. Jamali Waite is the goalkeeper tonight, and Richard King, Fitzroy Cummings, they are the two central defenders. Sula McCullough will be the central defensive midfielder for us tonight. Joshua Anglin will be alongside him in midfield. Jamarlo Calvin, he will be up front. Kyle Ming will be playing in his right back position. Shanil Thomas, as CC spoke earlier, will be up front. And also Daniel Green is there. Romario Guthrie and Christopher Ainsworth makes up the starting lineup for the Jamaicans for this contest. Now let's go to the Trinidad and Tobago team. And there's a change in terms of goalkeeper. Not seeing where St. Hilaire is in the goal. It's Marvin Phillip, he's in goal and he's the captain as well. Jevin Jones is also makes the starting lineup. Josiah Tringham is also in the starting lineup. Daniel Hospedez, and he's starting as well. Stephen Yates, who I thought Played well in the first game, not starting tonight. Nathiel James, though, he makes the starting lineup. Kevin Molina not there. Kaheem Thomas is also in the starting lineup. John Paul Rocheford makes the start, and Jesse Williams. Justin Garcia would have a wonderful game at left back. Noah Powder and Brett Sam. That's the starting lineup for. Brett Sam did come on and looked good in parts. Physical presence up front for the Trinidad and Tobago team. Let's see how much he will improve this Trinidad team tonight, CC.
Yes, when Brensom came on, he looked good in terms of his hold-up play. Big burly forward, kept the defensive units occupied. In terms of even Richard King being beaten once in that game, it was as a result of Brensom coming on. Curiously, Sedan, you would notice both teams opted to not go with their leading goal scorer of their domestic competitions. Kevin Molino being the leading goal scorer in the Trinidad and Tobago Pro League, and Warner Brown being the top goal scorer in the Jamaica Premier League. Both Steve McLaren and Dwight York would have opted with a different option in terms of Brensom and Chanel Thomas.
All right, so wonderful analysis there. So the teams are other events, some sort of meetings will be involved as well. So we are just about to get on the way. Jamaica versus Trinidad, international football friendly, game 2 of 2. Jamaicans, they won the first game by a 0-0, courtesy of Sula Makala. And the referee has blown the whistle for the start of the contest. And it's a long ball downfield, cleared by Trinidad. So there's a double whistle already. Somebody's down for Trinidad. And there's referee went over, but the player is fine. So play will resume. CC, who do you have tonight? You want to call it? You did accurately assess the first game in terms of prediction, saying it will be close and maybe a 1-0.
Tonight's game, I feel like a 2-1. With the several changes that the Jamaican team has made, the Jamaican unit will look to do better than the first night, and I think the Trinidadians will look to be better also than their last encounter.
Cummings. He goes left to Ainsworth. Very impressive Ainsworth in the first game. And that's a free kick to the Jamaicans. About 5 meters in the Trinidad and Tobago team's half. Again, we saw the technical skill of Christopher Ainsworth. Very confident on the football. Came inside nicely, then made a neat little ball forward. Jamaicans in possession once again, and a little bit sloppy there. Switch a throw to Trinidad. And the referee was already heading in the opposite direction, so it was never a throw to Jamaica. Switch a throw to Trinidad. Nicely done there. Opportunity this for the Reggae boys. But still, here is Ming. Whips one inside the 18-yard box. And no one able to get onto that one at all. And cleared in defense. And here comes the Reggae boys once again. One back nicely by Trinidad. With on the far side. Oh, that was a poor cross. Not a good cross at all there. That was a local player. He's a Trinidadian, but he does represent Montego Bay United in the Premier League. That's Hospodez with that poor cross. And went into touch for a goal kick. King plays it back to Wait. Similar to what we saw in the initial stages in the first game, CC, the goalkeeper with the ball, very slow, coming out of his 18-yard box. This is Waite, going long, headed clear. Here is Anglin in midfield. Late challenge, but referee plays on. Here is King in possession. Nice with the ball forward. Trying to find Thomas. He has done so. Beautiful work that by Shannon Thomas. To Guthrie. Oh, beautiful change of play here for Christopher Ainsworth. Here's Ainsworth. With beautiful ball inside the 18-yard box, but none of the Jamaican strikers were able to get onto that, but that was some positive, great play by the Cavalier man, Christopher Ainsworth, whipping one inside the 18-yard box. But no one was able to get onto that. It was a wicked cross, CC.
Yes, it was a wicked cross. You could see the change of play when the Jamaicans tilted the field to the right and then changed the play, carrying Christopher Ainsworth in the play, and he's delivering that wicked cross into the box, but no striker was able to get on to the end of it.
Here is Ming for Jamaica down this right-hand side. He had a great game in the first contest as well. Richard King, long ball downfield. And one back. Nice there by Rochford of Trinidad in midfield. And they now go long. It's going to be interesting to see how much involved they get. Brett Sam up front this afternoon. He's a physical player, very strong. And they're looking forward to seeing him be a menace to the Cummins and King at the back for the Reggae Boys. Wait with possession, no pressure from Trinidad. He rolls it to King. Richard King. Cavalier player, oh, beautiful change of play from Richard King. What a wonderful pass it was. And up a run shot towards goal, but beautiful tackle in the end. That was a wonderful run from Calvin. But when the opening came, it appeared that he would have struck it towards goal, but closed down. Here the Reggae Boys come once again. Here's Anglin. Still Anglin. And across from Ming. Looping ball. And let's see what the signal is. The whistle has gone.
That seems to have been an handball by Daniel Green. That was a brilliant passage of play just now by the Jamaicans. I saw where Jamal Calvin was trying to create an opportunity and well blocked by the Trinidadians' defense.
This is Ainsworth. Goes all the way back to Captain Waite in goal. Now Kyle Ming. To King. Back to Waite. And once again, Trinidad not pressing, not opting to press the Jamaicans. Should be a free kick, yes it is. Clear push in the back of the defender. So it's a free kick to Trinidad.
Yeah, so unnecessary foul by Daniel right there, and Daniel Green and the number 16, Jesse Williams, and the Trinidadians would have recovered possession.
So we are now joined by Mr. Simon Preston, who always have valuable information. Talk to us, Mr. Preston.
Yes, good evening, Zidane, and to all the viewers on JFF Live. Thank you very much for watching. Very historic night for us as the first ever international in relation to the senior team that we're having at the Anthony Spalding Sport Complex, the 64th meeting of both teams. And as you can see this evening, a trend compared to the previous years. 2023 and 2024, the first game was 1-0, the second game was 0-0. Hopefully from a Jamaican standpoint it's not the same, but that's the trend we've seen the last couple of years as both teams prepare for what lies ahead. Jamaica, St. Vincent and the Grenadines in the Gold Cup prelims, and of course Trinidad against Cuba as well, also in the same competition as well. So what a decent crowd for a Sunday evening of football.
Indeed, so hopefully the Jamaicans can get another victory as opposed to a stalemate, that would be wonderful. And that's interesting.
King.
That is the first international football beautiful change of play played here at Anthony Spalding Sports Club. From Richard King, what a wonderful pass it was. Before.
Correct, yes. As you would know, Zidane has been here on multiple occasions,
beautiful
under
tackle in the
17s,
end.
men and under 20
That
as well.
was a wonderful run.
On both sides of the gender
Under
as well.
23. From Calvin.
Correct, under 23 as well, Olympic qualifiers as well. So quite an occasion this evening. As you know, Sabina Park occupied in relation to cricket, and certainly some work going on at the National Stadium as well. So Arna Gardens is where we are tonight, and as you know, Zidane, for many years, this has always produced a great atmosphere.
Yes, indeed. And here is Trinidad trying to build an attack down the left-hand side. The Jamaicans very compact now, not allowing a lot of space.
Indeed, once again, Joshawn Anglin starting for the Jamaicans, his 9th cap this evening, and 8 of those 9 caps, whenever he has started for Jamaica, Jamaica has been a team that has never lost. So a good omen for the Jamaicans there when Anglin is on the field for Jamaica. And it just goes to show the impact that he has as well. Richard King, his 22nd cap this evening, followed by Jamali Waite with his 15th cap tonight.
Indeed, it's a very experienced lineup. Quite a number of the regulars, because Anglin was called up recently and came on in that game at the National Stadium. So it's a nice balance between local players and players who would have played a couple of games, as Simon pointing out. Anglin, 9 appearances, and for King, 20 plus appearances. That's experience.
And as I'm sure you might have mentioned earlier as well, Zidane Nakalia full of Tivoli Gardens in the roster this evening. As Ronaldo Biggs, we wish him a speedy return to the pitch as he's nursing a groin injury.
Indeed. Here is Ming. A wonderful ball downfield to Shanil Thomas. He should have played it to his team. He tried to turn and gave away possession. Now here's Hospodez for Trinidad. He goes inside to Jones. Jones with a switch off the play. And this is better from the Trinidadians. But excellent defending there from Christopher Ainsworth on the left-hand side, winning back possession for Jamaica. Still Ainsworth in possession, looking forward. And switches the play beautifully, Ainsworth, to Ming. Here's Ming. He goes forward now in the half of Trinidad. Oh, that should be a free kick. It is. A crunching tackle it was. Both players coming through the back. That was Shrimmingham with a strong challenge, and a referee will definitely be looking at that. That was the number 15 for Jamaica. That's
Romeo Guthrie.
Romeo Guthrie. Your favorite, one of your favorite.
Yes, Romeo Guthrie from Portmore United, one of my favorite players in the Jamaica Premier League so far. I think Trinidad would have thought he was at the barber shop cutting down Romeo Guthrie just now in the middle of the park.
So it's a free kick for Jamaica. Let's see what they can make of this. Drum rolling in the stands. Referee has blown the whistle. Ball whipped in by Ainsworth. Headed away. And that was loose. This is an opportunity for Trinidad to counter. And that ball, and that was a needless challenge, because the pass was already made and it wasn't a good one. And the late challenge came, and it's a free kick for Trinidad that they shouldn't have had.
Yes, that was a needless challenge because the pass was already delivered and Jamali Waite seemed to have had it covered. So the Jamaicans gave away a possession in dangerous territory, and they could look, the Trinidadians could look to hurt them from here.
So opportunities for Trinidad to whip something in the box uncontested, because it's a free kick, so you get a free hit pretty much. And they're flat one, swung inside the box. Header over the crossbar. That was an opportunity for Trinidad. That was their best chance of the game, and I thought he should have done better, CC.
Yes, it was a superb delivery coming in, and Justin Garcia just didn't get it down and on target. to just work the goalkeeper Jamal Waite.
So that was a great opportunity. Actually, that was number 23, Brent Sam, CC. So he should have done better as a striker. Here's Trinidad once again, but the Reggae Boys must understand that they can't give away free kicks in those sort of era. Ball swung inside the box, but straight into the arms of Captain Jamali Waite in goal.
Should have known it would have been Brenson, because Trinidad would normally try to go the aerial route, because they have the big burly centre forward in there, so, and he looks to be good in the air, so I think they would have tried to go the aerial route a lot tonight.
Here's Guthrie. Poor pass from Guthrie though. Had time and space. So disappointing there. And that's Justin Garcia back to his goalkeeper. And they have gone back to Philip in goal. He goes long. I think the pace of this game is better than what we saw at the Montego Bay Sports Complex on Thursday, CC.
Yes, the pace of this game tonight, as you say, the coach made several changes that he would have made in the Montego Bay game, and you saw when the pace went up, both coaches made their changes. So I think the team that has started tonight is a team that is looked much more smooth and much more relaxed in the competition.
Too strong there from Garcia of Trinidad. Had a good game in Montego Bay, Justin, but overzealous there and committing a foul deep inside the Jamaicans' half. Will be taken, it appears, by Richard King. And he's telling Ming to move away. He's going to go long. But he goes short instead. Back to King. Nonchalantly rolls it back to Waite in goal. Now Anglin. Oh, nice little move there from Anglin. Rolls it now to King. Still King in possession. Floats a ball upfield trying to find Thomas. Headed clear by Garcia in defense. And the Trinidadian has done well now to win possession. That's Hospodez with possession there. But they have lost it there. That was not great from Powder. And opportunity this for the Reggae Boys. Beautiful ball from Guthrie. Now here's Ming. Whips one inside the 18-yard box, but headed clear. Comes to Makala. Excellent touch from Makala. Ainsworth. And it's a corner to the Reggae Boys. And they're looking, I think, let me ask the color analyst, who you think has edged it thus far in this contest? Still 0-0, obviously. But who you think has had the better of play?
The Jamaicans seem to have had the better of play. Give or take that opportunity by the Trinidadians, the free kick. But I think the Jamaicans have had the better of play in terms of the amount of crosses that they have delivered in the Trinidadians' box. And it's just a matter of time before something connects.
Corner swung inside the box, but cleared by Garcia in defense for Trinidad. And it's a goal kick. Well, that was a decent corner, but well defended by Trinidad.
So as I said before, the Jamaicans have edged the play, have delivered several crosses into the box of the Trinidadians in terms of even dribbled and went in the box, and the Trinidadians would have blocked it. So I think with that being said, the edge of play, I would give it to the Jamaicans so far.
Here's Ming for the Reggae Boys on the right-hand side. Has been heavily involved in the play thus far. Infield to Anglin. He goes back to Ming. Now here's Waite. Fooling around, Jamal Waite. And gave away possession. There's an opportunity for Trinidad. Shot should come now, but it will. And not testing the goalkeeper in the end. He was very casual there, Jamal Waite. Messing around and almost gifting Trinidad an opportunity. Well, he gifted an opportunity, but they weren't able to capitalize there. And you never want that. You never want to give people easy chances, CC. And that's what Wait almost did there.
Yes, that was a foolish delay by Wait. He collected the ball. He should have just played it off at the same moment. Rashford could have done better with his shot still, and had he kept it down and put it on target and had the goalkeeper to do something. But that was a foolish giveaway by the Jamaicans, and that could have cost Jamaica, and it would have been one love for the Trinidadians.
Indeed. Now, this is Powder in possession. Comes back to Justin Garcia. Shringham in possession now. Knocking it about at the back. Oh, that was a wonderful turn. Opportunity to shoot towards goal, but dragging the shot wide. And not testing. Oh, that was absolutely brilliant stuff. What a turn it was. Left his defender for dead. But wasn't able to hit the target.
Yes, so that was, as I said, a beautiful play just a while ago. The same play again, John Paul Rashford, with a next shot on at the goal, but it didn't came off as he would have wanted to.
That came off the hand of Chanel Thomas, wasn't able to get to it legally. So it's a free kick to Trinidad and Tobago. That was a beautiful turn. That was the move of the night so far in terms of skills. But skills doesn't win football games. It's goals. And referee says nothing. Chanel Thomas was on the floor when that ball came. So went all the way through to goalkeeper Marvin Phillip in goal for Trinidad. And it wasn't a back pass, so he's able to pick it up. Now here's Justin Garcia. Hurried there. That was excellent closing down by Calvin. But they wanted to play it out, but the Jamaican was not having it. Still the throw to Trinidad nonetheless. Hopsidell's in possession. Yeah, that was a throw to Sam, but was taken away from Sam quite easily. A wonderful physical play that by Chanel Thomas, but over dribbling that one. And he did great work initially, Thomas, to win possession. But his third touch was a bit heavy. Here is Green. I haven't seen a lot of Green. Outside that early run, CC, we haven't seen enough of Green as an attacking midfielder. Or an attacking player, rather.
Yes, Green seems to have been isolated and been out of the play so far. In terms of majority of the play, we have seen it come down on the right channel. So I think that would have been isolated Daniel Green from out of the play so far. But he has to come back deep and try to get himself more involved in the play and help to link up with Chanel Thomas and Jamaro Calvin up top.
Cummings. Back to 8. Now, this is Sula McCullough. He got the game winner in the first encounter in Montego Bay on Thursday. Wait, that's up to go long. And Daniel Green came from an outside position. The flag is up. Referee's assistant flag is up. And that's for academic stuff there because the flag had gone up long time. Jermaine Yi Singh. Flag went up 30 seconds ago, CC. But the referee didn't see.
You could see the Trinidadians had stopped play as well. So he had a free dribble on towards the goal. So they were playing according to the referee and the linesman whistle. The referee's whistle and the linesman.
So Daniel Green came back from the offside position. It's not when you receive the ball that determines if you're offside. It's where you are when the ball is played. So he did take it in an onside position, but when it was played, he was coming from behind the Trinidad defensive line. Well shepherded away by Fitzroy Cummings of Mount Pleasant there for Jamaica. Has had a good season for Mount Pleasant. Wait. Sam pressing there. Long ball play. Stringham has gotten there before Shanil Thomas. And here is Richard King. Now angling. And the referee has decided to stop the game. Inadvertent hand to the face. And there will be a stoppage because the medical team for Trinidad has been summoned to have a look at their player. Referee O'Shea Nation initially was playing on, but then whenever you think it's a head injury, then you are told you have to stop the game. So because it was a hand to the face, inadvertent, the player stayed down. So O'Shea Nation had no other choice but to stop the game for him to get medical attention. So that was good officiating from Mr. O'Shea Nation. I think personally the best referee in the island. Cece, are you worried about what is happening in the Super Bowl?
No, I'm not quite worried. You said it would have been a blowout, and so far it seems to have been a blowout.
Here's young, talented Ainsworth. Nice to the ball infield. Now here's angling. I thought that ball should have come to Ming, but here's Green. Back to Ainsworth. I love the look of Christopher Ainsworth. He's a talent. Oh, that was a wonderful ball. Can he get there? Yes, he has. Ball across, but cleared off the line pretty much. That was a beautiful ball. Dinked over the top from Ainsworth to open up the Trinidad defense. But only a white jersey was there. That was Justin Garcia to clear his lines for Trinidad. That was the best opening of the game for the Jamaicans.
I know we can see why the coach would have went with Christopher Ainsworth over Agadiel Irvin in tonight's fixture. As I said, his attacking prowess in terms of going forward, you know, with a modern day fullback, he offers a lot more than what Agadiel Irvin was offering. And that ball showed you his brilliance. It was a ball from him that went in the box and created an opportunity that Jamaica would have finished and won that contest 1-0 in Montego Bay. Tonight could have been the similar result if a Jamaican had gotten on to the end of that.
So, last ditch defending in the end. But that was a beautiful pass from well weighted. The player was onside. I immediately looked across at the second assistant. The flag stayed down, so the run was timed perfectly. The Trinidad, and give them credit, they were in the right position to make the clearance. And here they come down the right-hand side trying to make an attack, but the challenge that was from Sula Makala. And it will be a corner, though, for Trinidad.
Yeah, and it must be pointed out as well as that Kyle Ming would have played for Mount Pleasant every game, 90 minutes of every game this season, and he's also played every minute of the first game against Thursday, and he started tonight as well. So you can know that his experience so far this season has been pivotal in Mount Pleasant leading the table in the Jamaica Premier League.
Ball whipped in inside the 18-yard box. And it had to be saved. And it's another corner. A double deflection there. The goalkeeper had to save it first. Then it came back off the defender. So that was a wonderful corner. But that one, not as good, but it's another corner nonetheless. Cleared at the near post. So 2 corners in succession for Trinidad. Let's see if it can be third time lucky for the Soca Warriors. This one floated at the far post, headed towards goal, and it has gone in. 1-0 to Trinidad and Tobago. Third time lucky. Disappointing defending from the Jamaicans. But it's 1-0 Trinidad. Jamaica 0. Previous 2 went near post. That one went far post. He climbed above it all, headed it down, and goalkeeper Wake was disappointing, but Trinidad, they don't care. They lead this contest by a goal to 0.
So you give Trinidad 3 bites to the cherry. In baseball game, they will say 3 strikes and you're out. And that's precisely what the Trinidadians had done just now. They tried for the near post on the first 2 corners, but in the final corner, the third corner, they tried for the back post. And John Paul Watchford was there in his 16th cap to score his 3rd goal for Trinidad tonight.
Indeed. So 1-0 in favor of the Soca Warriors. Remember, they lost the first game in Montego Bay on Thursday. And O'Shea Nation has blown his whistle for the restart of the contest. So there's silence in the Anthony Spalding Sports Complex. And should make it interesting now to see how the Reggae Boys will react on home soil. But those were 3 very good corners. This time he opted to go far post. And Jamaicans were sleeping there. Rose head down, contested header, but it was a wonderful header in the end.
Yes, it was a brilliant header. And if you notice, it was from the same. If you notice, it was from the same player who took the first 2 shots. The same player would have taken it.
So 29 minutes gone. That's Tringham. Josiah Tringham coming up from the back, CC, to head home for the Soca Warriors to give them a 1-0 lead. Here's Ainsworth for Jamaica. Goes back to Cummings. He goes all the way back to Waite. Now here's King. Good touch that by Richard King. Very composed player. Now Waite. That was really poor from Waite. He's having a stinker thus far. The spectators not happy with Jamali Waite at the moment. Here's Ainsworth for Trinidad. Ups to go long. And Stringham at the back, clearing for Trinidad. Oh, nice stuff this. Oh, beautiful skill. But Sula Makala was there to help his teammate out. That was wonderful. Trinidad and Tobago, they're up for this contest tonight. Oh, that was beautiful stuff. And referee O'Shea Nation saw something different than what the Trinidad and Tobago player saw. And he said, no, a powder went in illegally there, so it's a free kick to Jamaica. Will be taken by the Cavalier man, Richard King.
Yes, so that was a beautiful play just by the number 9 of Trinidad. I think the Jamaicans, because of the tempo and the goal that has scored, the Trinidad players seems to have the momentum going with them. And they have been looked the better team so far.
Well, Jamaica started well, but Trinidad has come into their own nicely. Another free kick for Jamaicans. Foul and Shani Thomas, he's good at that, good at shielding players away. Thomas, so this is a good position for a free kick. And I'm saying that they should be taken by Ainsworth. But Daniel Green is coming along as well. And referee O'Shea Nation is sending them further away. So maybe the position is still a dangerous position, but not as dangerous as I initially thought. It's closer to the touch line than in line with the 18-yard box. But free kick for the Reggae Boys nonetheless. Should be Ainsworth. Deep one towards, no, that's headed away by, they have defended those very well, Trinidad. That was a wonderful cross by Ainsworth into a dangerous area. But the Garcia at the back did extremely well to head that one clear. Now Guthrie in possession. Yes, Guthrie again. Still Guthrie. Losing possession. But they have won it back. Ball played inside the 18-yard box. Has he been brought down? He got through. That was a clumsy looking challenge. But referee O'Shea Nation said nothing. Here's Anglin. Green to Ainsworth. Here's Christopher Ainsworth. And wasn't able to beat the first defender. And it's headed clear. So it's a throw to the Jamaicans.
The Jamaicans are putting together some wonderful passage of play. Was just that final delivery into the box has not come off the way they would have wanted it so far. And I think the Trinidadians have defended superbly tonight, especially the fact that the Jamaicans did not take their opportunity, and then it came back to haunt them where the Trinidadians would have taken their opportunity and scored. Curious stat as well, the Trinidad for Montego Bay United, he has played every minute of every game for Mobile United so far, and I think he has played every minute of both games so far for the Trinidadians.
So the goal scorer in familiar territory, he would have played there before, surely. And two defensive-minded players have scored over the two legs thus far. Suna Makala getting the winner for the Jamaicans, the defensive mid. And now the central defender from Trinidad has given them a lead tonight. So it has been defensive-minded players who have gotten the goals thus far. Crowd getting frustrated here at the Anthony Spalding Sports Complex. But here's Calvin. Ball inside to Thomas. He flicks it on, didn't see where his teammate was. He was trying to find Guthrie. But Guthrie was making a run in behind. And here is Trinidad once again. And the player, Jones, has had a wonderful game thus far in the middle of the park for Trinidad. CC has run the show pretty much.
Yes, he has looked wonderful, and that change by the coach would have been a brilliant substitution, because, you know, he would have not started the first fixture, but he would have started tonight, and it seems to have paid off for the Trinidadians so far. Their changes have worked for them as opposed to the Jamaicans, and I think Shanil Thomas is doing a bit too much with that back heel. He needs to gather himself, get some composure, and try to help build momentum going forward for the Jamaicans. I think that back heel, he needs to ease off of it some more tonight.
That's the type of player that he is. Very flashy, very tricky. There is a video going around where he, in the Caribbean CFU Championship last season, he flicked the ball beautifully over the defender's head. So he's a fancy, tricky player, the former Jamaica College man. And should be a free kick, yes. Going all the way through the back. And referee O'Shea Nation has blown for a free kick for the Jamaicans. It's going to be interesting to see now that the Jamaicans are down in the game. Tactically, if this is a score at halftime, what adjustments will be made in the second half. In the meantime, they are looking to get an equalizer, the Jamaicans. Here's Ming. Kyle Ming down the right-hand side, being forced away from goal. And he comes back to Anglin. Not the best of cross there from Joshua Anglin. Headed away. Picked up by Ainsworth. Now Green. Back to Anglin. Opportunity to shoot. Beautiful shot by Anglin, but the goalkeeper was in a good position. And a comfortable save in the end for Philip in goal for Trinidad.
Yes, it was a decent shot by Anglin, but that was straight down the throat of the goalkeeper, and I think he was always getting to that shot. The Jamaicans, curiously, in terms of how they're playing now, they are putting a little bit of pressure on the Trinidadians, and so far I believe that.
I'm not so sure if it's a free kick or because he went through the head of the player. I'm not so sure, but the player is saying no. Well, he's still down. I thought Ming did well. He rose above Daniel Hospedez. And I don't think it was a foul, but I think O'Shea Nation stopped the game because it could be a head situation. So it's not a free kick. And he's going to award the ball. That's excellent officiating from O'Shea Nation, because I thought that was a wonderful challenge from Kyle Ming. He got around the player, rose above him, and won possession for the Reggae Boys. And that's too quick for O'Shea Nation's liking. So it will be a drop ball because he stopped the game. Now here's Ming.
Yes, that was not necessarily a foul. I think when Kyle Ming made that challenge, the Trinidadian, he also just screamed out. So I think because of his scream, the referee heard that, saw the challenge, and just stopped the game to check on him.
You get the Jamaicans. Long ball inside the 18-yard box. Cleared by Hospedez. Throw taken by Kyle Min to Makala. Here's La Makala once again for the Jamaicans. Now Guthrie. Now to Ming. Back to Guthrie. Still Guthrie. Ming. No space for a cross there, but he still attempted to Ming. And came off Hospedez, so it will be a throw to Jamaica.
I must admit, tonight the game seems like a better game tonight than the one we watched Thursday, and I think the pace of the game has been faster. The passage of play from both teams have been better. It's just that the Jamaicans have not found that final pass to get in the Trinidadians' box, as opposed to the cross that they would have missed earlier.
It was a poor clearance opportunity this, but that pass was made to a player under pressure, but referee O'Shea Nation that said that it was taken away from him illegally. So it is a free kick for the Jamaicans about 10 meters outside the 18-yard box of Trinidad. Now this is a great position for a free kick, for a direct shot on goal. Let's see who will be the ideal man for Jamaica. You have any ideas, CC? Take this one. If you were the coach, what would be your decision?
My decision would be Daniel Green.
Daniel Green.
I think
he scored a brilliant free kick recently for his club Mount Pleasant in the JPL. So that's a good candidate. And
he has the ability to get it over the wall and get it to dip early on target. And if he does that tonight, it could be 1-1 Jamaica and Trinidad are level.
so we will give an update soon on the Super Bowl. It's 24-0 in favor of the Eagles, which I'm happy about. Halftime. So halftime, the Eagles lead 24-0. I'm happy CC's not. So free kick to the Jamaicans, another football, different sort of football here. Daniel Green for the Jamaicans was able to clear the wall though. Back to Anglin. There's space here on the left-hand side, ball across, shot towards goal, but a poor one. That was an opportunity to test the goalkeeper, but he scuffed his shot. CC, that wasn't the best of effort there for the Jamaicans. They open up from the free kick. They found space on the left-hand side of the penalty box. The cross came in, and the Jamaicans got an opportunity to slot home, but they didn't take it. Now here's Trinidad on the counter-attack. That was a bad miss. That was Calvin. And he should have done better.
Yes, he should have done better with that one. And as I said before, the Jamaicans seems to find a way to get into the Trinidadians' box. But for
Here's an
some
opportunity for the Trinidadians inside the 18-yard box. Shot towards goal, but was it a cross? Was it a shot? But it was a chance. And it goes right across the face of goal. No one there to slot home. But they have created much better openings in this contest than they did at the Montego Bay Sports Complex. Now here's Garcia. Now throw to the Jamaicans, but there was a big opening there. So 2 minutes, at least 2 minutes of stoppages for the conclusion of this first half. Oh, nice pass there from Ming. That was an excellent run as well. But the Trinidadians have done well. Now here's Thomas. Angling. Ainsworth. That cross was charged down. The throw to the Jamaicans. Will be taken by Ainsworth. It appears that he will go long. No, he is not. No space for a cross. Inside the 18-yard box. Well defended though. That was a similar situation. While it was not a corner, it was similar looking to the goal that Trinidad scored. But the defender eyes was on the ball. And it ensured that he was holding off his man as well. So headed away for a corner. So it's a corner for the Reggae Boys. Late in the first half. Maybe probably this will be their final opportunity to get an equalizer to get us back even keel. Ainsworth to take the corner. Once again, a nice one, but 3 white jerseys challenging for that ball. And eventually, at the second attempt, they put it out for a corner. So another corner to the Jamaicans. Can they do what Trinidad did on the third attempt?
That would be the dream for them to replicate what the Trinidadians did 3 times and they're out. So the Jamaicans, but they need to deliver a better cross into the box so the forwards can get on the end of it.
Better cross whipped in. You asked for it, you got it. And the header went just over the crossbar. So it's a goal kick.
That man, Suley Makala again.
Yes. Right, we fell to the right play if you're a Jamaican. He's very good at those situations, Sula Makala, but wasn't able to keep the header down. So Trinidad still has the lead that they hope to take into halftime.
Yes, so that fell, as I said, to Suley Makala just now. The Jamaicans try to equalize before the halftime, but it seems that Trinidad will go into the break at 1-0.
And O'Shea Nation has blown the whistle, signaling the end of the first half. With the scoreline, Trinidad 1, Jamaica 0 here at the Anthony Spalding Sports Complex, Kingston, Jamaica. Disappointing scoreline. It's not a poor performance from the Jamaicans, but Trinidad, they have come to play tonight, and they have played well. And based on the openings that they have created, you could argue that they deserve that lead. So my color commentator, CC, will talk us through for the next 5 minutes or so. We start with the Jamaicans. 45 minutes, what you saw from them and what needs to change.
In terms of the Jamaicans, I saw where there was progression of play up until the final third. Those balls into the box needs to come in a little bit better, and the Jamaicans also need to take their opportunities when they come. The Jamaicans had three big chances, and they failed to convert on those three big chances. Two box that was whipped right across the face of goal. The Trinidadians, one was a deflection, one the Trinidadians cleared it from into out of the box, and the other went just across the face of the goal. No Jamaican was there to convert on it. The Trinidadians got their opportunity. They got two big chances, which they created. One from the goalkeeper's error, and another one where they got three chance bite at the cherry. They put away their opportunities. So the tail is of one half in terms of who took their opportunity when it came and who did not. The Jamaicans did not take two golden opportunity to score, and the Trinidadians take their golden opportunity when it came.
Right, so Trinidad, they lead the contest, and better game from them so far than what we saw. What has gone also right for them? They have kept the Jamaicans at bay, and they now have a lead. Talk to us about how you rate their performance in the first half.
I think the substitutions, the changes that the coach would have made for tonight's fixtures, right? The number 3, Jovian James coming in. He has looked brilliant so far in terms of him up in the middle of the park. Brent Sam coming in. As I said before, big burly forward. I thought he would have started with him, and he started with him tonight again. He looked brilliant as well in terms of him keeping the defense occupied, keeping the Jamaican defense honest. Rochford looked well in terms of the middle of the park as well. The defense, Trinidad, looked brilliant from the Montego Bay player. As I said, he has played every minute of every game for Montego Bay, and he has played every minute so far for the Trinidadians. His experience also against these same Jamaican players, much of whom is playing in the Jamaica Premier League. I think the coach would have known that and utilized that in terms of picking his squad. So the Trinidadians, they have gotten it right. The coach would have gotten it right in terms of he made 7 changes. The changes have paid off for him so far. He got his goal. He's going into the second half now, the more confident coach.
All right, so it's halftime, and it's a disappointing scoreline. The performance, I must say, it's not the worst performance from the Jamaicans, but Trinidad has been better, and they trail. Let's see now how Steve McLaren will approach the second half. I think trail, because in Montego Bay, he came into the second half at 0-0, so it was easier for him, but this time around he's behind, so let's see what he will do. So when you hear from us again, it will be close to the resumption of play for the second half, but we'll leave you with the word that the Jamaicans, they trailed this contest by a goal to 0. Thank you very much and welcome back to the Anthony Spalding Sports Complex here in Arnett Gardens, Kingston, Jamaica for international football friendly Trinidad and Tobago versus Jamaica. And O'Shea Nation has blown the whistle for the start of the second half. The Trinidadians, they lead the contest by a 1-0 courtesy of a strike from Josiah Stringham in the first half from a corner kick. And the Jamaicans have come out.
There's also a couple of substitutions. Tyree McGee would have come in. Arborn would have come in as well as Warner Brown would have come in. So there has been a couple of substitutions. Shanil Thomas would have been taken off.
So, and also is Shaquan Davis is in goal as well. Yes, he is. But went long, giving possession away. Now here's Thomas. And who had a busy first half, Thomas, on the right-hand side of the Trinidad team. And that's a free kick foul. And the first free kick of this second half for the Jamaicans. And O'Shea Nation has issued the first yellow card of the contest. And it appears that it was for Garcia. That's number 17, Justin Garcia. We will get confirmation of that shortly because he flashed it in his direction. And Jamaicans. Now here's Davis. Mount Pleasant man, Shaquan Davis, long ball downfield and intercepted easily there. But now here's Jamaican once again. Here's the Arnett Gardens faithful, cutting inside nicely there. Shot towards goal but blocked. Shot again and charged down once again. So that's good defending from Trinidad. And the man who's now playing on his home ground, that's Arbonne. When he got the ball, the crowd was buzzing because this is where he plays his home games. He represents Arnett Gardens and he burst inside the 18-yard box just now, cutting inside. The shot was blocked, but it's a corner for the Jamaicans.
Yes, substitute combined well there. Warner Brown and
ball whipped in. And a shot towards goal. He has kept it out. He has kept it out. How was that not gone in? How is it still 1-0? Did the goalkeeper know anything about that? That was unbelievable. Here's the ball inside and towards goal. And he was. The flag had gone up. But this is good from the Jamaicans. This is better. It's attack after attack. The substitutes are on. And the goalkeeper is down. You're not missing any action, viewers.
yes, the tempo has changed with the substitutes that would have come in. The coach would have brought in, took off Romeo Guthrie, would have replaced him with.
So the goalkeeper is down and play with. The rules allow for the goalkeeper to stay down and get treatment, and the game won't be able to start until he's ready. And he's the only player that can go down, get treatment, and stay on the field. Those are the rules. So goalkeeper Marvin Phillip for Trinidad.
There was a collision between Maggie and the goalkeeper just now. So Maggie replaces Romeo Guthrie. Jamal Calvin came off for Arborne, that's the home player from Arnett Gardens. And Warner Brown would have come in as well for Shanil Thomas.
So, top marksman in the Jamaica Premier League is on. Didn't play particularly well in the first encounter on Thursday. Let's see if he can make it right tonight. Here is he. This is Brown. Took a deflection, so it's a throw to the Jamaicans. Well, Irving, the changes came, man. Irving is also on. Here's the aforementioned Irving in possession. Now McCullough. Oh, that was That was a five yards pass that McCullough was asked to make. He wasn't able to do so. So it's a goal kick for Trinidad. And they're going to try and slow the game down now, Trinidad. Free kick to Maggie also has some questions to answer. He has been sluggish. Beautiful ball, poor touch from Arborn. That was a wonderful pass, but the touch was heavy from Kimani Arborn. Touch took it to the defender, and the defender cleared.
Yeah, poor first touch there from Arborn just now. Had he took that better, he could have taken on the defender and tried to get an opportunity. The Jamaican seems to have come out with a little bit more purpose in the second half.
Yes, indeed, but Arborn, he's a lively fellow. He runs at defenders, very confident. Here is him. Here's Arborn once again. Cleared by Philip. Header won nicely by Brent Sam up front. And he has won a foul. A free kick for Trinidad. So
there's also a substitution in the center half. I think Fitzroy Cummins would have came off and Stephen Young would have came on for him as well.
Long ball downfield. Poor clearance from Irving. Almost gifted possession there. The Trinidad, but here's angling to McCullough. McCullough. That was a heavy pass. And free kick to Trinidad. Referee O'Shea Nation said that was a late lunge. The crowd saying no. O'Shea Nation saying yes.
I think the coach would have saw where the number 3 for Trinidad has been stationed, basically jockeying Sule McCullough, and that's why he would have taken out Guthrie and put in Tyreek Magee and allow for a little bit more space. So you have McCullough and Anglin in the middle of the park, and then McCullough can move a little bit more lateral, and then Magee could go forward in terms of the attacking play.
Tyreek Magee, former Jamaica College man, now representing Veer at least till the end of the JPL season. And he's expected to run the show in midfield. That was well won and kept it very well. So it's a free kick to Trinidad inside the center circle. Very strong challenge that one was. This has been a much better performance from Trinidad, viewers. And they still lead the contest by a 1-0. So quite a number of changes at the halftime interval from Steve McLaren. So Steve McLaren, the former Manchester United assistant coach, versus Dwight York, the head coach of Trinidad, the former Manchester United player who was a player while McLaren was a part of the backroom staff of Sir Alex Ferguson. But now he's leading this one. He lost the first one. Now he's leading coach Dwight York, the former player.
Yes, he would have been a part of that backroom staff in when they won the treble in 1999. So he would be familiar. Both of them would be familiar with each other in terms of player coach, and now they are colleagues in terms of counterparts facing each other. One in his home country, Dwight York of Trinidad, and Steve McLaren coaching the Jamaica unit.
Oh, that's beautiful from Magee. Here the Jamaicans trying to break quickly. That was Green. Here's Irving. Irving. Back to Irving. Whips one inside the 18-yard box. Went around the defender, but wasn't able to get the shot on goal. So it has gone out for a goal kick. And O'Shea Nation is going to have a word with Marvin Phillip. It's taking too long to restart the game. And O'Shea Nation has given him the warning. So if he has to come back, I'm sure he will be shown a yellow card.
I think Arborn needs to do much better in terms of controlling the ball. I think his first touch has let him down so far, and it's been very, very poor of him in terms of the going down at flank. And he's vital in terms of the Jamaican attacking the flank. So I think he needs to do a lot better in terms of his first touch and his control.
The assistant is signaling for a throw to Jamaica. O'Shea Nation has now realized. Hand was in the face, so the player need attention, but seems as if he will be okay. That's Hospodez. Throw taken, headed clear. And another free kick won by Trinidad. They are frustrating the Reggae Boys now. The Jamaicans haven't been able to take control of this midfield in the second half. And when you're trailing, you want to have possession. You want to dictate. And the Trinidad then has disrupted that for the Reggae Boys in the second half thus far. So it's very frustrating.
That's why the rivalry is tight, because the Jamaicans would have gone up to 27 wins. The Trinidadians are at 26 wins. If they seal this tonight, it will go back to the same level that we came in, 27-27.
Here's Arbon. Now Irving. Goes back to his teammate at Mount Pleasant. Shaquan Davis was not bad with his feet. And eventually has played a nice in the ball, but too long in the end for Warner Brown. But I can tell you for a fact that the goalkeeper for the Jamaicans now can play football. He has good footwork. Now he is angling to Ming. Good run this from Ming. Still Kyle Ming, should be a yellow card. Taken out from behind. Kyle Ming, it was a wonderful run by the Mount Pleasant right back. So free kick to the Jamaicans.
Yes, the number 3 seems to be the enforcer for Trinidad. He has come in and done a job on the Jamaicans so far, and he was the one who would have made the tackle from behind on the Jamaicans just now.
Ball floated. Oh, wasn't a bad ball. Trying to find Warner Brown, but wasn't able to get to it, Warner Brown. So as CC pointed out, Jones picked up that yellow card after Kyle Ming made a wonderful run from right back position, came inside nicely. The former Cavalier man, now representing the team from St. Anne, Mount Pleasant, in the Jamaica Premier League. That competition resumes midweek. Now here's Hospodez. And once again a free kick won by Brent Sam up front. It's not easy to get the ball off once he gets it with his back to goal. He's very strong. He has a presence up front. So it's a free kick to Trinidad. And they're now looking for Brent Sam to get on end of this as well. Got a chance in the first half, headed the ball over the crossbar. And I'm sure they are looking for him or the goal scorer. Defender coming up from the back. And I'm not so sure there's an issue. O'Shea Nation is having a word with a couple of players. Sometimes I wonder why referee they do that, because I believe that if players want to hold on to each other, if both are holding, I'm playing on, and if one is holding and pulls the other down, I'm blowing for a free kick. I don't think the referees has to tell them to stop pulling or shoving each other. If they are pulling each other, it's 6 or 1 half a dozen of the other. Short free kick by Trinidad. Ball swung inside the 18-yard box, headed clear. But Trinidad comes once again with Garcia. He floats it left. Here's Aspedez. Oh, crunching tackle it was.
But to answer your question, Zidane, I think Trinidad, the referee does not want it to escalate. So he's trying to de-escalate before emotions get awry and the players to start to take things into their own hands.
All right, so it's a throw to Trinidad. Will lead the contest. First game for the senior team here at the Anthony Spalding Sports Complex. The ball swung inside, but no one for Trinidad is there. The elevation on that cross was good, but it was out of the reach of anybody in a white jersey representing the Soca Warriors. Oh, that was excellent from the goalkeeper. Here's Daniel Green. Floats one downfield. Here's Warner Brown. Every touch, goalkeeper will be favorite now to get there. That was a well-timed run. Nice ball floated over the top by Daniel Green. But the first touch was heavy from Warner Brown, and then goalkeeper Marvin Phillip rushed off his line and took it up comfortably for the Soca Warriors.
Yes, that was a superb ball by Daniel Green just now, floated over the top. And as I said before, the first touch by the strikers, it has let down the Jamaicans so far. Arborn with his first touch, and now Warner Brown again with his first touch also. Both of whom are comfortable on this pitch because they are both players who plays for Hornet Gardens.
All right, that was misplaced pass there, difficult for Green, and Jamaicans lost possession. And now they have given up a throw. And there's quite a number of players getting ready to come on from both teams, both Jamaica and Trinidad. So referee O'Shea Nation has told the number 11 from Trinidad to hold on before he takes that throw. That's Thomas. And I'm seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, at least 6 players. So good luck. Good luck there, CC. 6 changes being made at the same time. So number 3 is out. That's Jones.
Number 23 also, Brent Sam is out.
The Jamaicans also made 3 changes as well. Is it 3?
Yes, the Jamaicans would have made 3 changes.
So we will update you with the Jamaicans. So this is, I'm looking to see, you have to understand, viewers, that those changes were made so quickly and there were so many. So in due time you will be told. And the Super Bowl is now 34. I told somebody earlier today it will be a blowout. They laughed. 34-0, third quarter. The Eagles, the Philadelphia Eagles, they lead the Kansas City Chiefs. 34-0, third quarter, early third quarter. Well, we can tell you that the Mario Phillips is on for the Jamaicans. Anglin is off. And Nicola Fuller is on. Kyle Ming is also off. Shamar Watson's also on. Opportunities inside the 18 box. Warner Brown. Very weak cross. Very weak crosser. And no one was there for the Jamaicans. So they are creating some openings, the Reggae boys. But they are not very sharp in front of goal. And another free kick won by the Trinidadians. So another opportunity gone there for the Jamaican, CC.
Yes, another opportunity gone and begging. That was a good possession play. 1-2. Warner Brown getting in behind his man in defense, but he went with the drag it back into the central space, but there was nobody to get on the end of it. That has been the tale of the match so far for the Jamaicans. Nobody getting on the end of anything in terms of when the players have dragged it back or when a cross has come across the face of goal.
Some more changes coming. Some more hard work for CC. It's that sort of friendly. But it's not a recognized FIFA friendly, so these things can happen.
So the number of changes that would have been made, it would not go down as a recognized FIFA friendly official match, as there has been more than 7 changes that have taken place.
And the game, the Jamaicans, they are fouling too much for my liking. And so the game is a stop-start situation. And when you're trailing in a game, you want the game to flow. Stop-start can be frustrating and disruptive if you're trying to come back in a game. Long ball downfield. And should be a throw to the Jamaicans. Yes, it is. That was excellent work from Warner Brown. He did well there to get to that. Ball inside now to McGee. Ball played behind the teammate though from McGee. So that prevented the attack from flowing there. That wasn't a great pass from Tyreek McGee. But here the Jamaicans coming once again. The possession lost though. Once again, another foul. That was Irving that time around late. And indeed, he deserves this yellow card. Very late. On the substitute, that's Stephen Yates, who got there before him. So it's another free kick for Trinidad.
The Jamaicans have changed formation, Zidane. You would notice they have gone to a back four. They've gone to 4 in midfield and gone to 2 up front. So it's 4-4-2 as opposed to 4-3-3 that they were playing earlier. But the Trinidadians have still remained in their shape into playing a 3-5-2 system.
So let's see if the adjustments and the changes can work for the Jamaicans to at least get an equalizer. But Trinidad is having it their own way now. Moving the ball around. Here's Yates. And still Yates. Beautiful turn it was. Nicely the ball played up front, but the Jamaicans crowding him out. And the ball comes back to Shaquan Davis in goal for Jamaica. Long ball played, trying to find a substitute. That's Fuller, the Tivoli Gardens man, but not able to get onto that one, and it has been shepherded outside for a goal kick to Trinidad.
A poor long ball by Jamaica. I think they should have passed the ball around a bit more, try to draw the Trinidadians in. The Trinidadians seems to be the better team coming into the second half. Jamaica was showing some pressure just coming out of the half, but the Trinidadians, they went They put together a series of about 15 to 20 passes. The Jamaicans trying to go a little bit more direct and wasting possession just now back to the Trinidadians.
Clearance from Philip in goal. Long ball downfield once again, asking the striker to chase. Hurry the defense, but dealt with it that time around. But here the Jamaicans come once again. Nice ball outside to Irving. Whipped inside 18 box, but headed clear. And that was better from the Jamaicans. But it will be only a corner.
That was a much better ball from Tyreek Magee just now, getting Gadiel Irving involved and Gadiel Irving swinging the ball across. I think the Jamaicans need to attack from the wing spaces more, where the Trinidadians having 5 in the middle of the park. So they are exposed with a 3 at the back system.
So corner for the Jamaicans. Ball whipped inside the 18-yard box, headed towards goal, but shot towards goal now! And from inside the 18-yard box, just outside of the 6, he did not test the goalkeeper. That was the Arnett Gardens man on his home ground. And the place would have been buzzing if he had hit the target there. But Kimani Orban, from about 7 yards out, did not hit the target, CC.
Yes, he did. He should have done better. As I said, Orban has come on. He has gotten a few opportunities, but he has wasted. His first touch has been poor. His shot has been poor.
He's a junglist. Played for the popular high school. You know, schoolboy football in Jamaica is massive. A lot of talent comes out of that competition, and he would have played for the last good Charlie Smith team, in my opinion. And he's now playing for Arnett Gardens. So he's popular in this era, Kimani Orban. And they would love to see him getting on the score sheet tonight, CC.
Well, he has gotten 3 bites at the cherry so far.
Here's a run from outside the defense. Now to Irving on the left. Now Fuller for the Jamaicans. Still Fuller. Oh, nice cute ball played downfield, but well read by the Trinidadians. And here's the clearance once again. Phillips. Good work that from Phillips. Here's Magee now. And this should be a free kick. Referee's O'Shea Nation says no. I thought he was pushed shot from distance towards goal. But straight to the goalkeeper, the custodian for Trinidad. Marvin Phillip and the skipper as well. But I thought that was a free kick and it should have been called. Yes, the touch was a bit heavy, but he was fouled for sure, Mr. Magee. Referee O'Shea Nation said no.
Yes, I think that should also, I agree with you. That should have been a free kick. But the referee, he said no. However, when the shot was taken by Demario Phillips just now, and the goalkeeper didn't collect the first time, that's when the forwards need to be much more alert. If they were alert, get into the box. The goalkeeper not collecting, you just can throw it into the goal. So I think the Jamaican forwards need to be much more alert because the opportunities are coming far and few between.
So, Tariq Magee in some pain, and he's being treated on the football field. He will have to come off, because once the medical team comes on to treat you, then you have to come off. That's what FIFA says. Those are the rules. So, play will resume with a drop ball. Goalkeeper Marvin Phillip rolls it out quickly. Here's Yates in possession, but the whistle has gone. Taken by Yates. Yates plays it to Jack, but he leaves it for his goalkeeper. Phillip in goal. He goes long, trying to find Sween up front. A clearance comes from the Jamaican through to the Reggae Boys. Will be taken by Irving. Long through, trying to find Brown. Here's Fuller. Irving. Trinidad defending very well. Very tenacious display this from the Trinidad. Here's Yates. Comes to Sween. Here's Sween, the substitute. Aimless ball though downfield, too straight. And goes in touch for a goal kick.
I must also mention Shamar Watson, one of the substitutes that has come on, plays for Cavaliers. This is his debut tonight. Number 27, Shamar Watson for Jamaica.
And that's Watson, that CC mentioned just now, in possession. Now back to Davis in goal. Long ball downfield, headed clear. Will be picked up by Kimani Orban though. Here's Orban. Still Orban. And ran into two white jerseys and Trinidadian clear. So throw to the Jamaica. Beautiful run. This foul should be a yellow card. Yes, O'Shea Nation is going for his pocket. So it's another yellow card for the Jamaicans.
The first touches by the Jamaicans so far in this half has been poor. It's almost as if they're playing in the water and the Trinidadians are playing on dry land because their touch just looks to be too heavy as compared to the Trinidad players. The Trinidad players are putting together passage of play and being more fluent in their possession. However, when Jamaica get it, it's almost as if it's chaos and they're trying to create something out of the chaos.
So free kick to Trinidad. So that was Gordon who picked up that yellow card. And another free kick, is it? Was it there a push in the back? Taken quickly. Here's Jack in possession. Goes back to his goalkeeper. Now here is Sween. Cleared by Fuller. Throw to Trinidad. Here's McGee. Nice to the ball now. Orban for Jamaica. Trying to beat his man, but it will only be a throw for the Jamaicans. Here's Tyreek McGee. Still McGee. Twisting, turning in midfield. And he was fouled clearly. So, free kick to the Jamaicans in a good position to whip something flat inside that 18-yard box. Now let's see. The spectators.
They are quite frustrated with Tyreek McGee. But Jamaica winning possession, winning a free kick in a dangerous position in the Trinidad's half.
So only 11 minutes remaining in the contest. If you want two, you might need this to go in. Here's McGee off the training ground, but Trinidad read it well. Back to McGee now. And he has gone down. O'Shea Nation says there's nothing there. He was looking for that. And I agree with O'Shea Nation that time around, CC. This has been a very good display from Trinidad defensively. The crowd is not liking it, but I don't believe that Tyreek McGee was fouled over there on the far side, CC.
I concur with you. I don't believe that Tyreek McGee was fouled also. And I think as opposed to the changes that the coach would have made in Mobe, which would have worked for him. I think the changes so far in this second half by Jamaica has worked against them. Jamaica has looked disjointed in this second half of the game and have not really put together a decent possession spell of play in terms of seeing if they could carve open the Trinidadians and create an opportunity. So far the Trinidadians seem like they would go home with this contest with 1-0.
So another substitution. So Marvin Phillip is off. And Jabari Saint-Hilaire, who he started in Montego Bay, and he's going to get a run out tonight with a little bit under 10 minutes to go in the contest. It's getting very late now. Davis in possession for Jamaica inside his own 18-yard box. Rolls it to his right to Gordon. Robina Gordon. Oh, a nice turn there from McGee. And was taken out. Restarts quickly to Warner Brown. Oh, that was, again, excellent defending. Didn't allow Warner Brown to turn there. A long ball downfield, but will go all the way through to Shaquan Davis in goal, who restarts quickly.
Once again, in terms of the Jamaicans, their control let them down. Warner Brown with his control there just a while ago. As I said before, in the second half, the Jamaicans seem to have forgotten how to control the ball.
Yates headed clear. Picked up in midfield by Phillips. Now here's Orborn back on the left-hand side of the attack. And Irving gave away the ball just now. Here's Sween for Trinidad. Still Sween on his left foot. Still Sween. Oh, that was wonderful stuff. Referee Nation will play the advantage. Now here's Garcia inside the 18-yard box on the right. Ball inside the box, but only one white jersey is there, so the Jamaicans will clear. Here's Fuller, giving possession away quite easily there, Fuller. And that was really...
Mikaela Fuller had time and space. He could have just turned, look upfield, and decided, make a better decision. Instead of trying to do one time and giving away the possession and putting Jamaica under pressure once more.
So the decision making and the touches have not been great for the Reggae Boys in the second half at all. And that's a call in their favor now, the Jamaicans. So free kick inside their own 18-yard box. Here's Phillips. Asking for movements now to Irving. Orborn. Now back to Phillip. And he was clipped there, Phillip. So it's a free kick to the Reggae Boys. Phillips in possession once again. Oh, excellent pass. That was from Phillips. And disappointing once again.
Once again, it was a disappointing control by the Jamaicans. As I said before, I think I have said this too many times. The Jamaican in the second half, some of these substitutes that came on, they seems to not be able to control the ball, like they forgot how to control the ball. And that was a beautiful pass, change of play by Demario Phillips. Unfortunately, the first touch and the control was way off by the Jamaican, and it kind of wasted the possession.
Here's McGee. Oh, that pass was a little bit too heavy. It gave the defender an opportunity, and he got the blocking. And the Trinidadians have really made it tough for the Reggae Boys.
Just now, the Jamaicans, as I said, the decision making was poor. The defender was already on the floor. He was sliding. All he had to do was cut it back and beat the defender because he had committed just now. But so you basically telegraph the pass, and the Trinidad, the defender, blocked it, and Jamaica is back at square one again.
I think the pass was the wrong idea as well. But that's a good point, that the defender premeditated what he was going to do. So quick thinking and sharp skills would have gotten rid of him there. But he wanted to get it in. So you give the defender credit for anticipating very well there. Here's the Mario Philip once again. To Kimani Orborn. Who's going in the wrong direction, Orborn. Jamaicans needs to go forward. Oh, that was poor once again from Tyreek McGee. Ball headed clear by the Jamaicans. That was good work. Excellent work in the end there by Watson. Was looked decent since coming on. Here's Phillips, who's once again looking lively. I thought Phillips could have started in this contest. Now here's Sween with space for Trinidad. Now inside the Jamaican half. Opts to go safe though. Back to Garcia in the right back position. He goes all the way to St. Hilaire in goal. He goes long. And the referee saying no play on this. Maggie once again. Cute ball inside to Warner Brown. And Warner Brown with a heavy touch. And now here's Sween for Trinidad. Goes back to Jack in defense. Shringham. And Shaquan Davis comes off his line to pick up for the Jamaicans. Rolls it out quickly. Here's Phillips with a nice little ball in field once again. Oh, that's good stuff now. Opportunity this for the Jamaicans on the right-hand side. Excellent defending once again. He slid in nicely there to win back possession for Trinidad. Now here's Yates in midfield. Waited too long, Yates, and gave away possession. O'Shea Nation saying ball first. Now here's Jack at the back. Now Garcia. Back to Garcia. Here's Sween. Sween. They almost lost possession there, Trinidad. That was Lee, but they have won it back. Now here's Sween on his left foot. Still Sween, twisting, turning in midfield. Kept possession well there. They're leading, so that was excellent work from Sween by keeping the ball. If the Jamaicans don't score, you win. That was good ball retention from Sween, but his teammate gave it away. Demaria Phillips trying to find Orborn on this left-hand side, but overhit pass, throw to Trinidad.
The Trinidadians have looked the better team in the second half. Even with the flurry of substitutions that they would have made, they were able to keep composed. Maybe they had the comfort of the 1-0, so they were able to keep their composure, put together a lot of passes. And
2 minutes left, plus stoppages. So the Jamaicans, the clock is not their friend now. Oh,
once again, Orborn and his touch would have let him down. Orborn seems to have left his touch in Arnett Gardens, but he's in Arnett Gardens, so I should think he would have found it tonight. But for some reason, he has not been able, just like several of the Jamaican players, to control the football.
Well, you should have said he has left his touch at home in Arnett Gardens because he lives in Arnett Gardens. So while he's in Arnett Gardens, he's over the Anthony Spalding Sports Complex, but the touch is not here, so it must be at home. And Kimani Arban, not a great display from him at all since being brought on. Throw taken. And that was Molino. Long ball downfield. And Robinson will clear. Now here is Irving for the Jamaicans. Trying to find Orborn once again. He will chase Kimani Orborn, but Garcia will be favored to get there. and he turns nicely. Garcia plays a wonderful ball in field to Sween, but Sween missed control there. Now here's Watson, and that's a handball. That was inexplicable. How did he not control that? So the fourth official has indicated 5 minutes of stoppage, at least 5 minutes before the end of this contest. The second of two friendly. Remember, the Jamaicans won in Montego Bay by a goal to nil, and they trail here in the jungle by a goal to nil themselves.
Yes, that was almost unexplainable, Zidane, in terms of why would the player try to go down that low and not try to receive the ball at his feet. The control for the Jamaicans in the second half has been atrocious. The Trinidadians, they deserve to go away with this contest 1 goal to nil, because in the second half they have been the better team. In the first half the game was a bit more balanced. Jamaica was creating opportunities. They did not take their opportunities, and then they come in the second half when the flurry of changes came about. You see where the Jamaicans seems to have gone down a bit, and the Trinidadians would have gone up a bit. So the Trinidadians look the better outfit in the second half so far.
Here is the Jamaicans with an opportunity inside the 18-yard box now, but being forced away. Watson with a long distance effort and went wayward in the end. That's Shamar Watson with an effort from about 30 yards out. It would have been some goal, but not able to test the goalkeeper. And Trinidad, knowing that the clock is their friend, 2 players are down, and referee O'Shea Nation has signaled for the medical team to come onto the football field.
Yes, the clock, as you said, is not the Jamaicans' friend, and maybe the clock can put them out of their misery as well. In the second half so far, the Jamaicans have not put together a display or put together a possession or a spell of play where you could conceive a goal or see them scoring a goal. The Trinidadians have controlled the second half. However, I think once you have not taken your opportunities, football is a game of chances, and when you are not taking your chances, Zidane, you would have realized that that's where you lost the game. Similarly to the Chiefs tonight, the Chiefs would have not taken their opportunities, and they're in a game which has been a blowout so far.
Indeed. So here is Kimani Arbon doing well that time around. Now Phillips for Jamaica, the Montego Bay United man. Still Phillips. Good run this from Phillips. Nice ball inside to Arbon. Still Kimani Arbon, but fighting for possession, doing well that time around. Now here's Irving. Irving was falling over when he was attempting to cross it, and then there was no protest on the cross. It was cleared easily by Trinidad, and that was a mistake at the back and space for Trinidad, but they are looking to just run the clock because they have a lead and it's very late. So Yates in possession in midfield. Still Yates trying to find his man, but intercepted by the Reggae boys. Now here's McGee. Phillips. Arbon for Jamaica. Kimani Arbon twisting, turning inside the 18-yard box now. Forced back to Phillips. Here's Tyreek McGee. Wonderful pass to Phillips, who's onside. Phillips with a looping cross at the far post. Brought down. Headed towards goal now. And it has gone in. On goal.
Fate is a cruel. Fate is a cruel mistress. Fate is a cruel mistress. Own goal by Trinidad. That ball by Demario Phillips. Square to Nicola Fuller. Nicola Fuller putting it back into the box. Arbon heading it off target. And the defender, unfortunately, putting it in his own goal. Zidane. Fate is a cruel mistress. Trinidad did not deserve this. However, the Jamaicans found a way and they got back into the game. 1-1.
Well, once again, Demario Phillips has played for Jamaica and has made a difference. He made a difference in Montego Bay, and he has made a difference tonight. That was a good passage of play with Arbon, Phillips, and also McGee, who slipped a nice ball in, and Phillips did well to stay onside. That ball at the back post was floated. The cross came back in, and Arbon was heading the ball wide, but the defender was not sure. He was nervous. He panicked, and he kicked it in his own net to give Jamaica the equalizer. So 1-1 and the final whistle will be coming shortly.
Yes, so there was a...
Well, the announcer is saying Auburn, but that was an own goal. That was not going towards the goal. That's an own goal. Must be an own goal. That was not going towards goal.
Yes, that must be an own goal because it was headed away from goal but down and redirected into the Trinidadians' net by the Trinidad player, the Trinidad defender. But as you suggested, Zidane, it was a good passage of play with Tyreek Magee slipping that ball behind. And
is there a winner here? The goalkeeper, Hilaire, St. Hilaire, made no error there. If it had missed, there was a player lurking for the Reggae Boys. But St. Hilaire will clear for Trinidad. And there it's Ocean Nation has blown the whistle for the final time in this contest to signal the end. Football is a cruel game, and Trinidad played so well, they defended so well. The Jamaicans looked dead and buried, but the pressure was sustained in the last couple of minutes, and they somehow got an equalizer, courtesy of an own goal. And you would say they have won this two-game series now, winning the first one, and this one ending in our draw. Similar to last time around, as Simon pointed out earlier, that's what happened. We won the first, the second one ended in our draw. That's happened again. But it's better than losing because we trailed for most of the contest, but the Jamaicans found a way late, and they got an equalizer in the end. CC, your thoughts on the contest?
I would say the first half was wonderful. The first half was wonderful. The first half was wonderful, and I would say, in terms of the play from Trinidad and Jamaica, it was better than the first. It was better than the first half in Montego Bay. It was better than the first half. Today's game was better than the game in Montego Bay, and I think in terms of the play for Jamaica in the first half, where the Jamaicans and the Trinidadians were going against each other, it was more up-tempo, more pace, not pedestrian-like in terms of how the Jamaicans were playing. The Trinidadians had employed a 3-5-2, part the middle of the park. The Jamaicans were playing with 4-3-3. For some reason, they created some openings, 3 big opportunities by Jamaica, ball flashing across the box 3 times. The Jamaicans were unable to convert. The Trinidadians got their opportunities. They got 3 opportunities in terms of a corner, and the third attempt, they put the ball in the back of the net. They tried at the near post twice, and then they tried at the far post once, and then they put the ball in the back of the net. I would say it's kind of cruel in terms of how the game ended up for the Trinidadians, which are draw, because they showed that they were the better team in the second leg. However, the Jamaicans found a way and they made the correct decisions. In the second half, they were poor in terms of their controlling. I think Arboin was poor. Tyreek Magee made some poor decisions. However, in the final passage of play, the Jamaicans made the right decisions with Tyreek Magee slipping it in behind. Demario Phillips managing to hold his run and stay onside, squaring the ball into the box. Arboin heading it off target, and the Trinidadians putting it into the back of their net.
So the Jamaicans was able to salvage a draw in the contest, and the performance from minute 1 to the 90 wasn't bad. It was lackluster for a large portion of the game in Montego Bay. I think we saw a little bit more quality from overall of the 90 minutes, but Trinidad also increased their quality this time around, and I agree that Trinidad deserved to win this game. They defended oh so well, and the Jamaicans did not look like a good team in the second half when they brought up the substitutes. But eventually, they got the result, and they leave here with a victory. Well, usually when you score that late having trailed, it feels like a victory, and the Jamaicans salvaged a point. So I want to ask you the CC, who are the players for the Jamaicans that over the 2 legs now? First game, 1-0 we won, Sula Makala will go score. this game 1-all. Who are the players that you were most impressed with?
The players that I was most impressed by in terms of Jamaica, I was impressed with Christopher Ainsworth. I think he did himself. I think Christopher Ainsworth did himself much favor in terms of in the eyes of the coach. So I would say Christopher Ainsworth for me. I mean, in terms of Demario Phillips, he made an impact in terms of coming on as a substitute in the first game, coming on as a substitute today. Both of them made an impact. However, I would think Christopher Ainsworth, for me, he was the standout player over the two legs for the Jamaicans.
All right, you're impressed with Christopher Ainsworth. You're not stealing my favorite players, CC. That's not what you're doing. Or it was that obvious.
It was that obvious. I think it was that obvious. He came on as a substitute in the first game, and you saw what he did. He was technical. His passes were crisp, and he never really put a foot wrong. Even in this game, when he started, he never put a foot wrong. I thought the coach wanted to change and look at some other players as to why he would have taken him off. I think he didn't do anything wrong in terms of his passage of play, but over the both legs, I think he would have given the coach something to think about in terms of his passage of play.
Phillips, Montego Bay United player. He's so good on the ball. He passes and moves. He keeps moving. He keeps sticking, things sticking over. Did you believe that he should have started in this encounter?
Yes, I think he keeps sticking. As I said, he looks like a pit bull in terms of how he approaches the game. He's up and down. He's getting there. He has the energy. He's getting around like he's the typical box-to-box midfielder. He's from one box to one box opposition. And I think with that being said, he has shown a bit of energy, and he has also, I think, distinguished himself over the two legs in terms of an impact substitute, and came on, and both time when he came in, he would have given the Jamaicans an opportunity to get something out of the game. The first game, he came on as a substitute, and that was when Sule Makala would have scored. He came on in this game as well, and he showed some form of promise, and he was instrumental in Jamaica scoring in that equalizer as well.
Indeed. So the Jamaican team is inside the center circle. Having a little meeting there. Coaching staff among players. Not so sure if they're praying or whatever. I don't know what they usually after a game. Thing is, what normally you're going to the dressing room, but I think they believe that they will have more privacy if they come onto the field here at the Anthony Spalding Sports Complex. But Steve McLaren is there on his backroom staff and also the players, but at least they showed character. The quality wasn't there in the second half late with the substitute outside of maybe one or two, including Phillips. But they stuck with it, and they eventually got the equalizer. Well, we'll leave you with the word. We're going to keep giving the viewers some shots of the field and the team on the football field. But in terms of us commentators, myself, Christopher and Matthias, and CC. CC, you want to tell the viewers what your real name is? I'm sure your name is not CC.
So my real name. Well, my real name is Tajay.
Your government name.
My government name would be Tajay Brown. Yeah. So
Tajay Brown.
There is it. Tajay Brown.
Tajay Brown, aka CC.
Yeah, from CC Sports Lab. That's also a YouTube channel that I run.
All right, indeed. So 1-0 in Montego Bay at the Montego Bay Sports Complex. 1-1 here at the Anthony Spalding Sports Complex. That's the result from the both games in this two series of matches, international football from Jamaica versus Trinidad. And we leave you with the word that the second game ended 1-1.